Wow, this is pretty damn cool. Nintendo's released a video, apologies for the blurriness guys, but Nintendo's basically released a video showing off the new album feature for the Switch 2, and obviously the fact that you can now filter by different users on the Switch 2 album. So if you've got multiple accounts on your Switch 2 and you want to filter your clips, your gaming clips, your videos, your photos and screenshots, you know, by the user that's on the Switch 2, you can now do that. So we're seeing more and more options on the Switch 2 UI now to basically customize things for different users, multiple users, and little quality of life improvements, and it could not come soon enough. A lot of people were giving the Switch 2 some flack about the UI being very similar to the Switch 1, but it's actually turning out pretty nice. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it down below. 2K, like, subscribe, click the bell icon. It means the world. We cover Switch 2 multiple times a day on this channel. Also, check out the links in the description for Switch 2 micro SD cards, Switch 2 accessories, all that good stuff. You'll find it down below in the links below. And the place you want to be in the run-up to the Switch 2 launch is obviously our Switch 2 stock tracking stream hangout spot. Great place just to hang out and talk about Switch 2. We've got a great community on there, always talking about Switch 2. It's live every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's going to be live probably for the next couple of weeks and months ahead. So if you just want a great community to come out, chill, you know, stay up to date on all the latest news and just chat with people about Switch 2. It's a cool little chat room in community, then that's the place. Link in the description and on my channel page as well. So link in the description and channel page. Go head over there, come say hi to us. So yeah, Nintendo released a new video obviously showing off the album filter options. You can filter pictures by users or games. Let's see what people have said. Much needed feature, and let's obviously go over there and talk about this. So Switch 2 will retain its predecessor's ability to record screenshots and videos from your gameplay, collecting everything in the album app located in the main menu. On the original Switch, you could filter out your library by screenshots, videos, or storage device, or games, but the Switch 2 adds one more option to the mix that should prove welcome for those who store multiple users on one system. And as demonstrated by Nintendo today, shown off by Stealth 40K on Blue Sky, you can now filter your library by user, letting you hone in on the screenshots and clips that you alone have recorded. Joy! It's not the most earth-shattering update ever, but it's much appreciated nonetheless. And yeah, like I said, I think, you know, it's these little quality of life improvements that people are going to just, you know, not really notice at first when they launch, they get their Switch 2. Obviously, they're going to look at the UI and be like, you know, this seems very familiar. This is a little bit disappointing. It's a brand new next-gen Switch console, and it looks the same. Well, not so. Everything's not as it appears on the surface. If you dig a little bit deeper, you'll find a bunch of cool new features, and we're going to be covering those in the upcoming days when the Switch 2 gets in my hands and I get to show them off to you. So stay tuned. Like I said, like and subscribe, because I can't wait to do some top-down videos on the Switch 2 and tutorials and stuff like that. So it's also been confirmed that the screenshots and videos taken on the Switch 2 can optionally be uploaded to the recently updated Nintendo Switch app. Cool. The app can store up to 100 files for 30 days, with the oldest being deleted first if you happen to exceed this limit. Switch 2 is launching worldwide this week on the 5th of June. Launch games include Mario Kart World, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Talking of which, don't sleep on this. I know it costs, I know it sucks that their little demo game is going to cost $10. I know, but apparently it's surprisingly good. And from what we're seeing and from the first gameplay clips we're seeing and reviewers and people that are getting early hands-on on the Switch 2, it's apparently really good. Anyways, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, that's going to be really good. Game is on the cart. Thank you, CD Projekt Red. And obviously Street Fighter 6 Years 1 to 2. And there's obviously going to be a lot more games coming out, getting announced in the next couple of weeks. I'm especially excited to see what Xbox have in the pipeline for the Switch 2, because as you know, they've been working for Switch 2. Phil Spencer came out and said, we can't wait to make some other games available on Switch 2 this time around. So that's going to be exciting. Johnny Mind here says, not sure how much I'll end up using it myself despite having multiple accounts, but it's still nice to have such a feature, such an additional filter option. That's interesting, but I can't find any use for me. I only use one account. But obviously, if you live in a household, you've got family, friends, your spouse, and you're maybe just switching your Switch 2, sharing your Switch 2 with them, it's sure going to be nice. You know, especially if you do take advantage of the new, you know, limits and stuff like that on the Switch 2 recording modes, you know, be able to just switch to and see, you know, what gameplay your spouse has maybe played or clipped or recorded and screenshots, and obviously, you know, just have more options. I think more options is always a good thing. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want more Switch 2 homepage news on your homepage every day. We're literally under 2 days away for the release date, so this will be a cool place to hang out. Check the links in the description for Switch 2 accessories, micro SD cards, all that good stuff, as well as check our Switch 2 hangout stream with an amazing community here talking about Switch 2 every day, multiple times a day. Anyways, I'm Blaze. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a great weekend. Great week. and a great weekend when it comes. And yeah, let's get hyped up. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Peace out.